Hi guys, Alex Bruno here, and I'm gonna review the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake, directed by Marcus Nispel, and yeah, it came out in 2003, and it stars Jessica Biel and Arlie Ermy, and Leatherface is played by, I forget his name, he's not here. Andrew, I know his name's Andrew something. Um, he's appeared in some movies, but yeah, I enjoy this movie. It's I think it's a decent remake. It doesn't hold a candle to the original, but I thought it was a nice effort. It wasn't shot for shot or beat for beat. It's its own thing, which I enjoyed. But there is homages to the original, which are done well, in my opinion. Not as good, but done well anyway. Yeah, I mean the movie stars, five friends, on the road with their van, and they see a hitchhiker. I mean they're on the way to a Leonard Skinner concert. It takes place in 1973, and they see a hitchhiker, and they see that she's traumatized, so they pick her up and they try and find out what's wrong with her, and she's just saying, "Don't go that way. There's a bad man," and she pulls a gun out and shoots herself, and which is a bit of a it was a different take on the hitchhiker scene in the original, where the hitchhiker was one of the crazy family members, but in this one is a victim, and I like that kind of that change. It was a fine change, and they freak out and they don't know what to do. They're conflicted with whether they should just dump her body because she's already dead and they can't really do nothing, or call the police and get some help. Another issue is one of the friends, I think his name's Morgan, played by Jonathan Tucker. He has like a pinata. Him and the other guys have a pinata of weed, and it's illegal already by 1973. And they're trying to get help. They stop by a gas station where you meet pretty much the mother of the family. She calls the sheriff, and the sheriff is Arlie Ermy. It takes forever for him to show up, and throughout the whole time they're still conflicted what to do. Jessica Biel and the other girl. I remember the actress's name. The character's name was Pepper. I remember. The actress's name Erica. Trying to see. I can't pronounce that name. Erica, I'm sorry, but the character, Jessica Biel's name. Shoot, I'm trying to remember her name. I will just call her Jessica Biel, but yeah, her and Pepper don't want to just dump, the poor girl's dead body on the road, like she says, just like a piece of trash. She has family, so it's kind of disrespectful to just dump her like nothing. But they don't want to deal with it because it's not their problem. But then eventually the sheriff shows up later on, and while some of the other characters, Jessica Biel and her boyfriend Kemper, find a house, and it's the Leatherface's house and his family's house. And what I really liked was how they don't show Leatherface right away. He comes in you don't see him really until the 30-minute mark, which is, I like how they build up to his appearance. And he is sometimes in the shadows, but not always. But they don't show him every single scene, which can be a mistake sometimes. But I really like that they built him up first. Um, yeah, I like the Leatherface look. I thought he was pretty creepy. He's a much more bigger version of the original, but not as creepy and interesting. But I thought what they did with him was pretty good though, and the actor did a good job. And they meet this, a guy in a wheelchair, old Monty. He's setting them up, and Leatherface pops up and attacks them. While that's going on, the sheriff, he's harassing the other characters, and really, Arlie Gilman did a really good job. He's very menacing when he's just like being total dick to these characters. He's abusing his authority. How he takes the gun and he tells the guy with the glasses, Morgan, to show how the girl killed herself, and it's a really intense scene, and the actors did a good job. Or the scene where Leatherface attacks the two girls in the van and kills Pepper. I really like the little chase scene where he attacks the Pepper's boyfriend. I forget his name. He's running out, and where all the towels, all the sheets are not towels, the sheets are hanged, and he's running through them, and then Leatherface just cuts his leg off and takes him in the house and puts him in the meat hook. It is a lot more gorier than some of the other ones, but it's not overly excessively gory. I mean, they do cut away in some scenes. One of the reasons why, because the MPAA was really harsh sometimes on, like, you can't show that or else they'll get an X rating. But it is effective when sometimes when they don't show it, and you hear Leatherface cutting somebody up. But sometimes they do show some of the gore, like how he cuts the guy's leg off during the chase scene, and you see the severed leg right there in the ground. I thought the actors did a pretty decent job. Jessica Biel, especially, who I'm not the biggest fan of her and some of her other movies, but she did a good job in this one. She definitely, I like her character. Aaron, that was her name. Shit. I'm sorry. I'll just call her Jessica Biel because I really forget. For some reason, I forgot her name. But she did a good job. I like that her character wasn't totally useless. She did defend herself in some scenes, especially the end. The other characters, they're not. I guess you could say, I don't know. Like, people say that these characters are unlikable. I don't think they're that unlikable. I think they have some traits that I did care for them a little bit, but the actors did a good job. The actors made me care for the characters more than the script did. But I like the some of the homages to the original. I felt that it didn't feel shoehorned as some other remakes. Like, for example, the hammer kill, where Leatherface. That's when you first see Leatherface, where he kills the boyfriend Kemper. He's in the house and he's looking for somebody, for anybody to help, and he sees that the TV's on, and he sees something on the ground, and he's on his knees, and all of a sudden Leatherface comes from behind and hits him with a hammer. And I thought that was well done. Whereas in the original, Leatherface hits the guy in front of him, and this one is in back of him, and then he takes him away and slices his face up. Later on, the meat hook scene I liked. Or the scene where Leatherface is chasing Jessica Biel, and he trips and he cuts his own leg. Not all the way, but he cuts it a little bit, just like in the original. I like that. I thought that was done well. And like I said, the hitchhiker scene. I like that they made it different, and it worked. But and I also like the family, the crazy. You of course you have Leatherface, Arlie Ermey as the sheriff. The mother. Old Monty in the wheelchair with no legs. And there's also this little boy who helps out Jessica Biel. And like there's a scene where Jessica Biel, she goes in the trailer and she sees this weird looking woman who has a baby, and this and this other lady who everyone calls her the tea lady because she drinks tea, I guess. They played it. The actresses played it like, oh, they're sweet but they're crazy as hell, like that. And I like that. And they have a baby that's not theirs, and Jessica Biel finds out, and she rescues the baby at the end. I also really like the tone of the film. I like the dark grittiness they brought to it. It worked for me. I thought Marcus Nispel did a good job, and making this movie his own, pretty much. So yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought they did a good job. It's a step up on some of the other ones that came after the original, but it's not as good as the original. I will say it's not good. And I enjoyed I'll say I enjoyed the original and part 2 more than this, but I still enjoy this movie. I didn't have an issue with some of the changes. I thought, like, for you never in the original you never saw Leatherface's actual face, and this one you do see it, and you see he's all deformed and shit. I didn't mind that, to be honest. That didn't bother me. Pretty much that's the reason why he wears people's faces. Like the scene where he gets the boyfriend's face, Kemper. You see, he's wearing his face in one scene. So yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a decent film. But a lot of people, a lot of people hate on this movie. I don't know why. I guess because it's a remake and it's different. I don't know. But like I said, I enjoyed both this and the original, so no harm, no foul. I guess because Michael Bay is the producer, and I don't want to get into Michael Bay so much, but he's not the director of this movie, so it's a win-win, I guess. Yeah, the Studio Platinum Dunes, a lot of people hate on their movies. I guess, with the Ninja Turtles reboot and that I enjoyed, I guess you can say that I am a fan of Platinum Dunes because I enjoy this movie. And I enjoyed some of their other movies, and I'll review them. Not all of them. I'll review mostly the ones I like, which is, let's see, how many movies have it made so far? 11. with Ninja Turtles. I will say I liked. I liked 7 of them, 7 other movies. So, and you'll guess later on which one I liked. If you want to ask in the comment section, I'll answer which ones I liked. But yeah, I think they're a good studio in my opinion. And this was the first movie, and this was a good way to start out. So yeah, I enjoyed this movie, and it's a decent remake. I don't really get the hate that much, to be honest. At worst, I think you can say this movie is just so, but I think it's decent. You want to see a bad Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Watch Part 4, okay? Or watch the 3D bullshit. I'll say bullshit. Watch the 3D bullshit movie and watch the Part 4 with Matthew McConaughey. Those are shitting Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. This is a good one. Okay? So yeah, that's my thoughts on Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 version. And hope you guys enjoyed this, and adios.